Hi. Tonight we're having a look at a model kit I had completed some time ago. This is the Kothoga, as he appeared in the film The Relic. The Kothoga is brought to us today by Pegasus Hobbies. And I need to mention that the Kothoga was designed by Stan Winston Studios. He was specifically created by a gentleman named Mark McCreary. I hope I'm saying his name right. This particular model from Pegasus Hobbies is brought to us by sculptor Galileo Hernandez Nunez. Hope I'm not butchering his name too badly. This was a great kit. I must tell you that it is molded in PVC plastic. You could only use acrylic paints on this. So what I did was I chose about 3 different dark greens that I liked and ended up picking one. The Kothoga himself is basically 3 greens for the base. A dark, as you want to work dark to light. So that was my first coat. I then hit that with some Tester's dull coat. I then went in with a lighter green and did my dry brushing on areas that are curved and where light would pick up best. And then came in with a even lighter green to highlight certain areas which would catch light and appear lighter in contrast as objects do in real life. He is done almost entirely in acrylics. I started by, let me explain how I did the base. The base was spray painted. I then masked this area and spray painted for the red carpet flat red. And then picked out the debris in a color I thought was appropriate for broken wood. The Kothoga idol, I used a gray and then came in with a dark wash to bring out all the detail on it to help it stand out. I then came in through the underside of the base with a screw to bolt that in. The nameplate, I'm very happy with how that turned out. This was spray painted gloss black. I then chose a nice deep red and picked each letter out using a toothpick. For the rope lines, again I used a acrylic red, slightly different than this red and that red. I then hit the metal pieces with chrome. And I mentioned that the Kothoga was done almost entirely in acrylics. I did use a brown here. I then came in with a dark gray wash, and then I came in and hit it with an enamel, light tan, just to make this mane on the head kind of pop and stand out a little bit. This was the color I also used on my Michael Myers build, and this is a color I used on my Mummy build and my Wolfman. Sometimes my model kits bleed into each other because I know what colors work well. I have them here, so it works out for everybody. For the mouth, I came in and hit it with some clear acrylic. I hit that up on the eyes as well with my toothpick. And that's just to give it kind of a saliva look. I also came in with some clear red, just a little bit to make it look like he might have been feeding. I also put some clear on certain areas that would shine naturally. And then when you're working with scales like this, you put your clear on and then wipe it away with a napkin very quickly, and that highlights each of your individual scales, and it turns out quite nice. For these areas here on both sides, I used smoke, acrylic smoke. And what that does is it leaves you with a nice clear dark color once you wipe it off, and that helps your scales pop again. The nails were done in NATO black all over, and I did a lot of dry brush work on this. A lot of dry brush work. It's a great figure. It fits in nicely for Halloween since that's coming up. You can see on the tail here I used my lighter green to highlight this area just a little bit, not too much. I wanted to keep tinkering with this and fooling with it, but sometimes you got to know when to put your paintbrush down. I also went in with a toothpick with some reds and slightly different greens and highlighted individual scales just to make them pop out a little bit. And I went in with my lighter green and just dragged it across, and that'll naturally pick up areas which will be highlighted in real life as well. Just a little bit. Not too heavy, but light enough to where your eye can just discern it. A great figure, a lot of detail, a lot of design. Mr. Nunez fit a lot of design into this. Pegasus Hobbies has since released this as a pre-build, which you were able to purchase. That's fine if you want to go that route. I don't particularly care for it, as I like to build my own models, like hopefully you do too. But a very creepy design. It looks like he came straight out of hell for us. A very nice figure. I recommend this to you. And if you see it out there, go ahead and pick it up. I thank you for watching. This has been a Halloween Kit Couple Review production. Any questions? You know the drill. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.